Hello and welcome back everybody, this is Black Shoes here. We're playing a game called War Thunder today, as you can see. It's a game about warplanes and things. This video is also sponsored by Any TV. Today we're learning how to fly. It's a game where it's kind of simplified controls, I would say. Most games aren't as realistic as this, but it's not quite as realistic as it gets. So this is how you start. This is a test flight, by the way. I'm using cockpit view because it's the one I feel most comfortable flying with. So you get your brake on at the moment. You hit W on your screen. You can see my throttle going up. You can hold it to 110%. See your speed's going up. My speed's measured in knots. Up is down and down is up. So when you get up to about 70 knots, you want to gently ease forward and just push your plane forward onto its front two wheels, then just pull up gently like that. You're now off the runway. I was probably off the runway a bit sooner. Then just turn by gently doing that. If you want to do a barrel roll, you just hit either D or W, which rolls the plane. Doesn't turn the plane though, it's a wee bit odd, but okay. So this is just a training level. So you want to fly level and get a wee bit of altitude. I'd get about 1,000 feet of altitude, it's just below speed, up at the top there. About like that. And aim for the wee flashing dot. Okay, there's other views you can play in, but I feel best playing this one. Feels easiest. So now you're at about 1,000 feet, you're pretty safe. There's your target there. So pull your throttle back, not fully, and then go into a dive. You want to click with your left stick. And that'll fire a gun at it and kill it. That's good. You now want to put your throttle up to more than full 110%. Go straight up. Just watch, there's G load restrictions in this plane, I think. Oh no, not in the test flight. So you then want to come round again to land. But before you do that, you want to the runway's a blue stripe. Make sure you land on it long ways and not the other way, because that'll end badly. But yeah, it's a very short runway if you land it the wrong way. So the thing about it is it's not really as far away as you think. So the plane's very fast. It's travelling about 80 miles an hour, so let's see. So you need to make a turn, you need to overshoot it a wee bit, go a bit further along than it. You can obviously see what the plane is in the mini map, it's the lighter bit. So yeah, when you hit the runway though, you want to before you hit the runway, you just want to level out the plane and begin to pull the throttle back like that. Just gently, then when you hit it, you want to hit S again, which will pull your throttle, which takes your throttle away, which it's almost like hitting the brakes. And then you get a thing called brake, which is speed brake, I think. So lots of ships out there, but they're allied ships. So you want to turn around again like that. This is just how to take off and land and stuff. So it's saying my speed's too low, and it's right. So you just want to have your throttle maybe 80-90%. Doesn't need to be massively accurate. Don't have your finger slip in the throttle. So I recommend the first couple of times you do this, you just fly over it. Don't try and land on it first time. So you can now see it. Okay, so this plane's got two wheels in the front and one at the back. It's called a tail dragger. It's not like a jumbo jet, which has got two wheels in the back and one in the front. Two big wheels in the front. It's an old plane. It's all warplanes in this game. So it's a bit as difficult as the flight controls get, as far as I can tell. What you want to do is go over it, full power, but just try and get as low as you can without crashing. Go down like that. Okay, just go up, even up almost. You don't need to get the centre line, but so you just kind of need to do that. Level out again. Best way to tell if you leveled out or not is tell by your altitude. It doesn't really matter as long as it's not going very down. As long as you're kind of not losing too much, not gaining too much. You're fine, you're pretty straight. So that's a bit straight there, it's a wee bit up actually. There we go, that's a bit straight for the 100% power. So once you've flown by there, you're going to want to go out to the right, quite far, make a big sweeping turn left, and then come straight back into the runway. Okay, so I'm going to start that turn just now. Get a wee bit more altitude, I want to go back up to about 1,500 for this. In the end, you'll be able to do all sorts, you could more or less come in and land now, but it wouldn't be very easy. So the way I think about it is, see, whenever you're trying to go up, whenever you're trying to ascend, gain altitude, Altitude's height, by the way. You want to have full throttle or near it. Oops, I've gone a wee bit high. That's okay. I just need to make my turn a wee bit longer. So I'm hoping to get that just within frame of the wee. So you just want to make your turn now. Reduce as much altitude as you can. Take the throttles back to 80%. And then even out here about 1,500 or so. You don't need to be exactly. You could be about 2,000 to about 1,000 here and you would be okay. Too high is much more difficult than too low. Although too low there's obstacles. So then turn into the centre line of the runway. Don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can, so it's just over there. So overshot it a wee bit in panic, so I wasn't paying attention there. So I'll go back to 50% here and just try and drop a wee bit more altitude. The speed doesn't really matter. Don't worry about that. In real life it does, but in this game it doesn't. It's not massively realistic, but still very good. So, yeah. Just make... It's funny, you've got to almost overshoot it. You know, overshoot the runway. That means like land on the very last seconds of it. You don't want to do that. You want to land about a third of the way in. So you want to drop down there. And then turn. Very nice. Now take the throttle right back because our speed's very high, but that doesn't really matter. So you can see the prop spin a wee bit slower. I want to try and take it down a wee bit like that. The runway sits around 250, I think, so don't think you're still 300 feet off the ground. You're at an elevation at the moment, so just have it it can slow down really quickly, so just have it glide in. Oops, don't do that. Keep your wings very level. They'll slowly level themselves out, but that's not the answer. Okay, just level your nose out now. Once you've hit the ground, that's you down. You have to hit the brake by holding S. You need to keep your finger on S. See your plane will roll back onto its back wheel. You've now got no vision of the runway. So you then keep this circle on your wee target and that will keep you reasonably level, and that's you landed. Don't know what that MG thing is. So if I go return to hangar, which might take a wee bit. Needs to load. But yeah, it's an action game. I'll be playing a whole series on it after World of Tanks. But I just thought I'd get this video out because I think there's no real videos like that, and it doesn't really help you much. Stall. Nose down, help! Oh no. Engine!